Think it's gonna be good? Could be really bad. Probably.
Welcome to Timely's review on BlacKkKlansman. We normally do member wins today, but you know what came out this weekend we didn't want to miss out.
Gotta do 2 in 1.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to try to give you as much information as possible without spoiling anything. We do member win videos every Tuesday.
We always do new movie reviews on Saturday. If you're short on time, there's a timestamp in the description below where you can fast forward to our overall thoughts on the film. Should we get to it?
Yo.
Oh. So Spike Lee directed BlacKkKlansman, and I feel like him and Quentin Tarantino have a very similar filming style, whereas they have extremely long movies, and they both have a specific issue they're trying to push in your face the whole time, without any boundaries.
Oh yeah, for sure. I felt like I was watching a Quentin film, honestly. Not in a bad way. It felt like watching a Django or Inglourious Bastard type of thing. But let's talk about the man of the hour, Denzel Washington's son.
Oh, John David Washington.
Yeah, he was born for this role, I thought.
He did a really good job. And you know, Denzel's been in 3 of other Spike Lee's films. He's been in Malcolm X, He Got Game, and Inside Man. Obviously, kind of a mainstay for Spike Lee. So it's only natural that his son gets to come into play.
Absolutely. And I think he nails the role here. Same with Adam Driver. Adam Driver is so good in this. I've always been very iffy about him ever since the Star Wars season.
He's not convincing.
Yeah, I just do not believe him in Star Wars at all. Maybe that's the point they're going for, but it just doesn't work for me. I loved him in Lucky Logan, or Logan Lucky, one of the two. And he really is just good here too. I think he's starting to figure out what his place is in the acting world. You know,
what kind of roles are appropriate?
Sure, I think he may be getting into the typecasting area where you're going to see a lot more of these type of roles for him, but I don't think that's a bad thing at all.
No, he's more of like the laid back,
kind
of chill, but also like has those really strong emotions and strong feelings. He's a very like supportive character of John David Washington's character.
Yes.
And honestly, the acting in this film is probably the best I've seen in a film all year. Spike Lee knows how to pull it out of people.
Yeah, I agree. I can't actually think of a better movie with acting. The acting was incredible here. I don't even think that. Yeah, there was no issues.
It's bright spot for sure. Even Topher Grace makes an appearance in this movie.
Yeah, and that's always scary. After Spider-Man 3, you just can never trust.
Well, when he himself dogs on his performance as Eddie Brock, it's like, okay, well, does he have any confidence? Can he still act?
Right.
But he did a great job. He was the leader of the Ku Klux Klan, surprisingly enough, and was just kind of like the douchebag, leader who thinks he's all that. And
and getting into the Ku Klux Klan here, that was something I liked about this movie, is it talked about the Black Power and then like the Black Panthers, that whole type, and then the Ku Klux Klan obviously, and how there's both like subjectively good and there's bad people on both sides, which I think Spike Lee really, really nailed here. Because usually in movies about racism, it's always clearly, the racist guys are bad.
Right. American History X,
sure,
for example.
Yeah.
They make the white people look horrible. Obviously, like the neo-Nazi movement was not a great movement, but
yeah, and obviously in this movie as well, like the KKK is not like good ideals, but at least there's like good people, and you can tell that they they care about each other and they really believe what they're doing. Right. Which is a hard sell because
it's trying to just inherited.
Yeah, well, trying to act, having that ideal, it's got to be so hard on camera, so hard. Another all-star about this movie was the editing. So many times that there would be repeat shots, which is weird, but like you'll see a door opening or something 3 different times the same exact way from different angles, but it would get a point across, or it would make a feeling come across that I think was really something to notice here.
Yeah, I mean he's done that before, but in this movie
Quentin does it too, I think.
Yeah, it shines especially in this movie, and the biggest gripe I think with the film is the length.
Oh yeah,
like it gets maybe an hour and 45 minutes through, and you're expecting just an epic closer. And there's probably 2 or 3 times where it could have ended, and I would have been satisfied.
I agree.
And
it ruined the build-up too. It was like, and it wasn't fully taken out of the movie. Like it wasn't that big of a deal. But there was times I was like, okay, let's wrap it up. I get it. I can see where this is going. But yeah, it was just kind of build. It was that type of problem.
Right, kind of the Return of the King syndrome.
Yes.
Where you're like, oh, what a great, oh, but still go up, okay, that's fine. And then 20 minutes later, you're like, come on, where's the actual ending? I mean, granted, the ending is pretty impactful, and we're not going to ruin it for you, but
Sure.
it's very intense, and you could hear crickets in the theater, like it was so silent.
Yeah, that's true. The last 10 seconds, it's basically a black screen, and there's just nothing. And everybody's kind of sitting in their chair while the credits are going, and nobody's really moving. And then everybody stands up and leaves. It's like one of those moments where it just hits you really hard.
Yeah, very, very racially driven. Disclaimer, if you are squeamish with the N-word or severe racism, this is definitely not the movie for you. This movie is extremely racist. It's different racism than Django. Django is more like slave owner, slave racism.
True. Yeah.
This is more like
Segregation.
racism. So just a heads up.
Yeah. Oh.
Thank you guys so much for watching our review on BlacKkKlansman. It really means a lot to us. We'd love to hear your feedback. Please give us a like, a subscribe, all that juicy goodness. It really does make a big difference.
For sure, and we're going to be reviewing Crazy Rich Asians this upcoming Saturday. We've never done a romantic comedy before, so this could be interesting.
And it's not mile 22.
It's not.
Thank God.